the Hand of the King has invited your character and my character to take a walk with him.
Fuck.
He wants to speak to the two of us and get like a sense of like how the rest of House Caladan feels. We haven't done anything this session, Halldamir. So how could you refuse Lord Hand? I mean, you wouldn't refuse Lord Hand, would you?
Guess not.
So you try to seduce him, I try to intimidate him.
You will have a night with him, as it turns out. You can like move down by the tree. This tree will substitute actually walking like in a nice place.
Yes,
We'll disregard the barracks right next door.
Yeah, they're not.
Filled with sweaty, horrible men.
Quickly burn Destiny Point. Get away.
So let's have the initiatives rolled then.
Oh gosh.
Sure. I guess.
Fucking Ambrose.
He goes first.
Compare.
Yeah, Bree. Represent.
Yeah, woo.
Yeah, fucking represent, whatever. Maybe he'll try to bribe you with cakes and you'll fail.
Alright.
Doesn't he get a point if he wins here?
No, he's not trying to get a point. He's trying to get allies. He's running out because he only has shitty knights left. So maybe you could have, yeah, that's the hope anyway.
Alright, so what I'm hearing here is just take all of the frustrations right now, and then he can't use me anyway. Okay.
No, you'll recover that
Okay.
before
Damn
the
it.
next retreat.
Next one.
Yep. I want to hear
Maybe he
you
has
try
a
to
good idea.
seduce like Decima later. This is gonna be great. I love this.
Stab yourself in the throat so you can't talk. It's the knightly thing to do.
Well, Lord Ambrose is walking around with he has like a dandelion in his hand that he's sort of moving between his fingers and looking at it, smiling. It's a pretty flower. He has many of them at home. What's your dispositions? The Hand of the King.
I probably dislike him a little.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he seems like a pompous dick, and the only pompous dick Alaric really puts up with is Ashra, and he's used to that kind of pompous. This kind of pompous is just too much.
My character typically dislikes people by default. She's indifferent towards the Hand of the King, in part because of his reputation. Like
She doesn't want to act like she is insulting him, be like cold to him.
Right, like Bree
I was like-
recognizes her position. She's 12. She's a girl of a minor house. He's the Hand of the King. She's like, nope, best behavior.
There's a decent gap there. Yeah. Well, Lord Ambrose is certainly looks at Alaric then, who's acting a little bit cold. And so, good sir, I hear you've done quite a few amazing deeds around. One of my sons is a knight working with the Blackfire over the other side of the sea. I think maybe the two of you would meet. I'm sure the young Blackfire would be interested in you as well. Perhaps I could even arrange a bit of a duel with our good Kingsguard. I'm sure you would like that, wouldn't you? Instead of being a little close and says, I think I'd bet on you. Trying to charm the good Alaric.
Yeah.
That would be 20 influence.
I don't.
Switch to combat!
Walk away!
Smack his juggler.
Walk away! Run! Never come back.
Yeah, 20.
So,
No, 20 would be 3 frustrations, all of my composure, and...
Did you take into account the -5 damage?
-5. Okay, I can take all 3 frustration, basically.
Can.
You can do your super defense of Anointed Knight, right?
Yeah.
You can activate that as a free action.
Yeah.
I would lower it as 1 degree.
All right. So, DR 5 brings that down to 15. Then Anointed brings it down to 10. A Frustration would bring that down to 7. I can take just about, yeah.
Alright. Sure. Brain Caladan.
All right. So, Bree, don't fuck this up, Bree, don't fuck this up. A mantra to that effect will actually focus her attention on the night.
She's not walking.
Trying to think of a way for me to phrase this. I've got to pitch it in Bree's tone. I might not be able to capture that. Bree, of course, will focus on intimidating the knight by basically saying that this conversation is for important people. And, this knight doesn't belong here. Maybe he should go hang out by the tournament field, someplace more important of his attentions rather than, hammering out a nice walk in the garden. I have to think of a way to say that in character. It's been a while since I've spoken as Bree. Okay. So, Bree then, perhaps sidling closer to Lord Butterwell, because she's just a girl. What can she do, right? Will cast her eyes back at the knight and say, Lord Hand, we're just having a simple walk here. And she'll cut her eyes towards the knight. We're under no threat. This conversation is so important about flowers and about laughter and cakes. Really, what could a helmeted, inconsequential individual with a sword contribute to something like cake? Perhaps you should focus more on fighting dummies. With her words, but then her eyes just glaring at the knight, which is far more than what a 12-year-old girl should do. Glare at the fucking I will fuck you up. She
has a rumor though. She is the beast of Caladan, so
Demon, as they say.
The demon of Caladan.
That's right. Let me go ahead and activate.
He's really 24, but has drunk children's blood, did you?
She will attempt to intimidate that fucking knight.
He's 3 degrees of success.
Let's see.
So he will. No, he's not even anointed. Yeah, all right. 3 degrees of
my
success.
will rank. That is 9 points of damage.
Yeah. He bows and leaves.
Oh,
He's not into that. These knights are not there. He's not fighting, but not a.
He's like, what can I say to a 12-year-old girl as a comeback?
I mean, she's right. So, I mean, this is maybe a little bit embarrassing, but this is Lord Ambrose. He's so nice to me anyway. He'll be fine. So, Alaric.
Well, as per my drawback.
I feel like drawback.
yes.
She sees the knight leaves.
Yeah, he'll get slightly closer to Sir Lord Ambrose and say, perhaps we can talk about this over a nice bottle of wine and some more private company, if you know what I mean.
There's some arm touching.
A little bit, yeah.
Bree gives this perplexed what?
And
Touches his arm slightly.
I'll make my feeble attempt at persuasion.
I'm sure Sir Alaric wants these giant pair of lips.
No, he's not particularly. Oh, sir. Oh, you just so amusingly. Though perhaps we should speak more under with more people, such as your uncle. He's been telling me these strange things. Would you believe that he would have this house be elected as the Lord of the Marshes instead of Lord Dundarian? Such a thing would be disaster, would it not? I've tried to speak to him, but I must see that he doesn't know me. And I'm sure a great knight such as you, he values your word and counsel, that you would be able to help me and speak some counsel to him. He tries to convince you.
Yeah. That's 4 degrees. Because I've run out of my anointed.
Should have run away. Why did you stay and talk to him?
Because in intrigue I have to. My first action has to be
Yeah, that's
to
true.
seduce.
If you're going to
Well,
attempt to
hello.
persuade someone, it would have to be to seduce. Yes, just like if I'm going to attempt to persuade someone, it has to be with intimidate.
He's pretty fucking convincing.
And he didn't run away because he's the fucking hand of the king.
I need to.
Yeah, he's with that. That's yeah, everything gone. Yeah.
Right. Well, you may not like him still, but he has a point. This house would be pretty fucked if it suddenly had the responsibility of being Lords of the Marshes. Can't handle that. The army is tiny and everything.
Yeah.
Right. So, I guess you can, like, as he turns to look at Bree.
Sorry, I was...
Bree, you know, like the night's gone, like Alric's like lost in thought here. Bree will like look up with like all like the, you know, at this point, what the hell, right? She looks up at Lord Butterwell and says, "Lord Han, I'm the third daughter of a crazed lord of a minor house. I'm 12. I'm disfigured and scarred. Why are you even talking to me?" Not even like trying to convince him or like do like an intern basically. Sort of, why are you talking to me?
Alright.
It's just like withdrawing.
No, it's not withdrawing. Like, I'm not even trying to do an intrigue action. Like, Bree doesn't fucking know why he's talking to her.
Says, because I believe that even the smallest of little bees can help in pollinating the flower that then grows. Says, the cattle eat it, and from their udders come milk, which we then turn to butter. The little bee may have very little to do with making the butter, but that little bit still matters, and without all the little bits, there would be no butter and no wealth. In this, you might just be one little bee, but I think that even the little bees matter in this. Feel-
I'm gonna roll to see it cunning to see if she fucking understood that. Maybe?
But it sounded nice.
Yeah.
And I think he will let you go with a +1 to your basically moving one up your level to amiable.
All right.
He's gonna like what the fucking 12-year-old.
That's basically like Bree's compelling. Like, you expect me to argue against like the heir of the house and like the spy master of the house? Like, what am I gonna do? 12.
No, he has Alaric in his camp.
Yeah.
They're like
Doesn't
Alaric's
think
useful.
He doesn't think that there should be Lords of the Marshes. It's ridiculous. But now you guys, the players, get to decide how you want the next conversation to go.
Alaric wants to leave. He wants to go hunting.
Bree is like gonna like leave like the garden, basically like I don't know any of it, but like, I think they do stuff. Man.
Question. Okay. If we would, first of all, would Prince Makar be willing to join again? And if he does, would Corbray join?
Yeah, basically he's gonna try to keep those guys out. That's what he's gonna be
That's-
doing. He doesn't want to
He
directly
could
talk
kick
to
me
this guy.
out.
He can't He doesn't like talking to people. He likes rolling over people with his reputation and his status. He can't do that to the Hand of the King. So he doesn't like engaging with the Hand of the King too much on sort of a one-to-one basis.
What we could do to give us the upper hand is to convince his Butterwell's son to go with us. We can spend our action to convince him to be on our side.
But the problem is he'll just make a 2v2 on his turn.
Oh yeah,
Then
that's
he
probably
will have his turn.
it's probably true. It doesn't matter then.
You could bring me in, and I can take down Alaric.
Honestly, Alaric's going to be completely useless.
3v3.
Could do a
Alaric will be pretty useless.
Or like as noted, the prince is taking care of anyone that Lord Butterwell has of merit. He'd have to bring in like a normal knight. Like I can handle like a knight, so that he can't assist, and I can perhaps handle Alaric too, because Bree doesn't. Bree likes Lord Hand more than she likes Alaric right now.
All right, let's do a 3v3 then. We'll bring Bree in on our side.
Right.
This is the only time you'll ever find Bree in
Have a
the
location in mind.
Bree comes up to Decim like, I heard a story about bees, and
It basically to like
Flowers.
fit in with this. I'll spend a destiny point. Yes, Bree is going to prepare a garland of flowers to present the Lord Hand.
Aww. What effect do you wish from that?
I think that Bree wants Lord Butterwell to like her by one extra step.
You're going to
Okay, he
butter
does.
him up.
That's a cute little girl. She make cookies and she has little wreaths. That's adorable. You remember when his kids were that young?
just looks at Bree, doesn't understand a thing that's
Adorable.
going on. Like, what is he doing?
So, have the final one, the one that matters, if it is a draw or not.
Alaric is so confused with everything right now. He doesn't know.
We walk out to the meeting. Decim sees Alaric. Sir Alaric.
He looks so confused.
Damn, I go last this time.
You can add all your initiatives there.
Oh well.
So, Alaric,
Yeah,
add yourself to initiative.
okay.
Yes, it's instead of like the sardonic, like cold, like manipulative smiling she's done like around Halen, it's like genuine, like warmth and affection towards that.
So Alaric, who do you want to seduce? Would you like to seduce?
Kvala? Me and that bird's gonna get it on.
Come at me, Halldamir.
Are you gonna seduce your Bree? That is disgusting.
No, I have.
Well,
I
maybe
have
she's
a
old
plan.
enough for the flowers and bees and stuff.
Oh gosh.
That's how he thinks.
Point his
Regardless,
stream immediately.
Lord Ambrose will look to look laying in this nice summer field where things are going to be decided. Obviously, it's a wonderful place. And let's see here, because he does have interesting point of view. No, that is too early. Blaine's likes it a lot, so. Doesn't know is the real issue here. Yeah, he'll make use of the initiative to talk some sensitive Dism. He'll look at Dism and say, and sort of look to Alaric and say, "Oh, Dism, I've spoken to your master of arms, and it seems that we've come to the similar conclusion that maybe this house would have good people for the title. Maybe there would be a good situation for it now, but the state of this house simply is not enough to really oppose other houses should there be trouble in the marshes. Of course, no war will happen, but singular individuals can always be troublesome. With his advice, I think it is better to perhaps go for Lord Dondarian, who is more established and a bit older, more experienced. He's trying to convince you that that is the best idea. We should maybe, the house is not really ready for this.
That's actually true. Oh, God.
That is pretty good
That
roll.
is almost maximum.
Take it. Take this 4 degrees.
We are sending half of our
420
force
damage.
behind.
You're amiable, so you reduce that by 3. Down to 17.
Well, I have to take 1 frustration. That's simply no way around it.
Alright.
It's just like, well, I mean, he might not be.
I mean, that is
hard.
actually true, but it's actually true.
That is annoying that it's true.
It is so annoying.
Frustrating. Eh?
It's so frustrating.
Just give us power. Come on.
Power.
Alright.
Decibel delay until after Lanus.
I don't think I'd be aiding you in my first attempt here.
You want to aid me?
I don't think I will in this first round.
Okay, that's fine.
Because for once, I'm not filled to the brim with frustration.
And for once, you can use your +5 against Lord Butterwell.
Oh, it's true, yes.
As Lanus is going to look to Lord Butterwell, look to his uncle, scowl at Sir Alaric.
Yeah. Oh, Sir Alaric.
With kind of a "I'll talk to you later" kind of look. Before looking to Lord Butterwell. Ambrose, if I may, still looking a little bit flustered because, of course, likes him.
It's kind of cute.
Good.
Continue.
I, as much as I see your various worries and concerns, that perhaps our house is not. You must consider the grave implications that, what if the situation arises that we have spoken of, and all that has happened occurs, and the damage is done. The damage could be felt for generations. Our names, our titles, not just ours but yours. The damage that could be done would be like that of feeding a dragon. Trying to make intimidating thoughts.
Yes. And I am the dragon.
All right.
I'm not directly being the one questioning, but I'm implying questioning things.
No, I mean, you are a blooded dragon. Like, look at you. Yeah.
And
That is
I'm also going to use my lucky to see if I can get a better result than that.
All right.
You would reroll a 3, or like do a complete reroll?
It rerolls the entire deck,
Okay.
Yeah.
and I take the higher of the 2 results.
Ah, wonderful.
I'll take the 24,
All right. Then you get 2 degrees.
which would be 8 points of damage.
8 points. All right. Yeah. We'll take that.
It is actually half decent at intimidating.
I will do the usual breeding stuff to see if I can. No, God damn it!
Just the usual breeding.
The usual breeding.
You breed all the time.
Yeah. Boy do I. The artist, and I don't have a modifier this time around. I do have penalty dice, unfortunately.
You have a +1.
You have a +1 because you like Lord
Sure.
Butterwell.
It's true. I keep forgetting I like him. It's odd that.
You could like him more.
I am an artist, Lord Butterwell. Well, he was my Lord Hand. Sir Alaric is indeed brilliant on the battlefield, and the house might be young, but now is the time for brave and courageous new beginnings for the marshes. Sir Alaric is good on the battlefield, but in politics he is nothing. He glares over to Sir Alaric, and it is in politics that will indeed keep the marshes together. You have said so yourself, my Lord Hand, and thus our house is the better option.
Convincing.
Yeah.
8 degree.
5.
That because he made you like him, that turned that failure into a success, Jonas.
That's true.
That +1 made the difference.
So Alaric can get to respond to all these allegations.
He will be
Being a
considering.
little bit lascivious.
He'll consider. He'll consider.
Get a +2 bonus dice.
Yeah.
All right.
How am I gonna really sway someone here? Who can I seduce?
Sir, I must say I do admire your knightly honors. You've done a lot. I am but young, but I hope that one day I could be like you. Interested to see how you defend yourself in this situation. Always wanted to see that. I'll try to assist you. Yeah, you can assist you.
Oh,
You get a
shit.
+1 to your thing. Right.
Bree will settle her eyes right on Alaric.
Do it.
And, yep, that is what Bree is going to do. With a persuasion attempt, it has to be intimidating him. But perhaps I thought about how I might try to deceive him to do something else, but quite frankly, Bree is feeling a bit aggressive towards Sir Alaric after this anyway, after everything. And Bree will pipe up and say, Sir Cousin, my memory serves, you also have a bit of a failure, too. We had an attack against House Will. How can you really speak with any such authority, considering how your most recent endeavor in leading troops resulted in failure? Perhaps you should spend some time reading up on... Oh, you can't read.
Damn!
Oh, maybe this conversation isn't for you, Sir Cousin. As she will attempt to intimidate Sir Alaric. We go ahead and add the bonuses there. That is a 19.
Jesus, that's
3 degrees.
That's 3, yeah.
That would be the 9
Reduce
points.
that by your knightly power string.
Is that?
Is it the same day?
It would be the same
I
day.
suppose
He's
it
only
is,
allowed
yeah.
to
It'd be
use
the
it
same
per
day, so I cannot.
Recharged.
All right.
So,
Yeah, that'd be 9. How does Alaric feel towards Bree? So that would determine how much you reduce it by.
He's amiable towards
In
her.
that case, that's 3. So 9 minus 3 is 6.
Yeah. Which,
A little bit shaken up
sadly
by
he
that.
can take. Yeah.
Like he called the question like the reading thing, and he's like trying to work on that. Like the failure.
Really, like he's been studying all the things, and
Been learning letters. Fuck you.
it's really unfair.
He just looks at Bree. Fuck you.
Ambrose, well, there's too many targets. Too little time. Well, it's also hard to come up with things he hasn't already said.
He needs to change tactic then, right?
Let's see.
Needs to
What
be
more do we
lascivious.
have in this here? Yeah. Oh, but a prostitute.
I'm happily married, Lord Hand. Thank you.
Oh, you thought so.
That's what I thought.
Funny,
but
I
then-
bought Agatha.
I have bought an Agatha. Excuse me.
And I can, however, say that
Which to combat?
Desmond say politics. Then I understand you have not had too much of that out here, and perhaps it is true that you would perhaps be fit for more. I would, if this whole thing could be dropped, maybe offer you a chance to come with me to court in King's Landing. I'm sure you could make a lot of connections, get to know a lot of people, maybe do some good for your house there, and simply leave this business in the marshes to be. Maybe there you could also find more people who could help you understand the economics of the situation. Such an offer would, of course, be open for now. Should we simply leave this be and decide that that would be a better initiative. Try
If
to
he
back
beats Decim now, Decim leaves for King's Landing. Slammed.
Like, fuck this house.
Oh.
1 degree.
Oh.
5.
I'll take that on the chin.
Not that phased.
So, yeah. Linus.
I want Lord Desmond to go first.
All right. Chuckle.
Okay. Very well then. Decim will say, I am far too engaged in my work here, Lord Hand, to in good conscience be able to leave my house with this. With the many things that are currently happening and the many things that we are preparing, it would be quite irresponsible of me to leave at this juncture, I do feel. Instead, I would think that my dear niece spoke somewhat true in the matter. That the impression that you have gotten from Sir Alaric and others you have talked to is simply untrue. Instead, I would dare say that our house is incredibly well equipped. There is a certain things in the marshes that certain problems, but with your Lord Hand's blessing and support, these troublesome individuals could indeed be made to see reason. You have made great opportunities and great strides so far, so perhaps going towards some of our obvious adversaries would help us as well. We'll try to basically charm Lord Butterwell to go and talk to Peak.
We'll try to become more friends with Butterwell. All right.
I'll talk to those guys.
I love people who charm me. It's adorable. Maybe you should have given me a garland of flowers.
I have a +1 modifier. Whoop! I have a penalty die.
Get him. Knock him up.
Ah,
That is a degree.
only 1 degree.
Because he has an intrigue defense of 18.
Yeah, he's brutal. That's 5.
I mean, it doesn't help the fact that he gets +9 intrigue defense from status.
Yeah, it's.
And he's pretty generally good at this too. Not that aware, but Linus.
Yes. With it all, our house is more than ready in many ways. If both danger comes or if not, I think we more than proved that. With all that you said, the king is pleased with our efforts to help hold the peace, and that is all we aim to do. For you see, what did we do with Dawn? We stopped a horrible situation. And moreover, we even forged an alliance with who was once our enemy. But truly, you must see, our house is ready for all that could go against us. Despite the odds, we continue to grow to convince them.
I love Lord Butterwell.
Nice.
It's 2 degrees.
That's 8 more damage.
Bam.
8 more, eh?
Now he needs.
Lanus is not a
Slightly
pushover.
frustrated, actually. This is,
Lanus is not a pushover if he actually doesn't have a penalty die.
yeah. Alaric.
What?
The hounds.
Alright.
All the
Yeah.
bonuses you can get.
Alaric will look shocked at Bree and says, I shall not take this from you, Bree. I am a knight, anointed by the Seven, trained by one of the greatest knights in the Reach. I won't take this from you. And will use his shield of reputation, falling back on his reputation and status.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
We can status test against the will result.
That
It
succeeds.
just does it. It just does it.
Just
She has
does
to.
it.
He's a knight. You have to not. You can't act like that.
Bree,
I'm
like,
avoiding
blinks,
seducing anyone.
yeah,
I
yeah,
was
that's
disappointed
just
in your aid.
That's just enough. Like Bree's like, oh. Well. I guess
Well,
it wouldn't do
guess.
to dress him down in front of the hand of the king.
I mean, technically, the aid did help. It helped Sir Alec do a shield of reputation.
Yeah,
Try
yeah.
to mollify the good lord here. But he'll most likely fail. Oh yeah. So. Yeah. Basically, just goes over there and is present and does very little.
Bree blinks, shocked at Alaric, and she says, I am sorry, anointed knight of my family, for the words I have said to you. It would be best served, perhaps, if, after this, we had a conversation about your value. It seems that I have unfairly bared a grudge against you, and I bear some aggression. I hope that we can look past this day, and I think that we can grow from this, sarcasm. She is using deception, and she will attempt to charm Alaric. She
Yeah,
is,
all
She's treacherous, I believe.
Yeah.
She is certainly treacherous. She is amiable towards Alaric right now. The shield of reputation smacked her back up. But she does not have a penalty to deceive. Maybe go ahead and roll that because she is treacherous. Yes, it is fitting. And then that,
Treachery.
with that 16.
Wow. All right, that's 2.
Okay, that would be then with her treachery. That's a persuasion rank, which isn't that high because ultimately she's not invested in it. That's a whopping 4.
A 4. Okay. He'll be slightly frustrated by this. Confused.
Her.
Yeah. What the fuck, Bree?
In the middle of a smackdown here.
Yeah.
I was gonna get lascivious soon.
I was gearing up, but then I got this thrown in my face.
Right now, Emperor.
Please finish him soon.
It's like
We're working on it.
This is something that needs to be dealt with. Ladies and say, but you, I understand that you are doing some politics as well. I could offer maybe this to both of you. You could come with your uncle and to King's Landing, and your brother could deal with things here just fine, I'm sure. The good Sir Alaric here would stay as well, slightly, and I could show you around the capital. You know, you could learn, grow up with my boy. You could learn a lot from each other, I think. So maybe that sounds a bit more of an easier, more amiable solution for both of us. Yes. Looks like to bargain with you again. Oh, that's pretty
1.
terrible. Okay, 5.
Wow.
He does 4 damage because I have no
You do like him. It does sound like a good, great thing. Right.
but I would take that on the chin.
Right. Okay, well, there's him.
All right, well, swooping down on wings of fury, maybe.
Keep firing.
Yep, keep firing, keep sniping at him. We have him on the defensive, maybe. Okay, well, will say that it seems then that all of this, talk of leaving is of course impossible. With the house now soon to be appointed to be in the running for Lord of the Marshes, they of course need to be present here at all times. From now on, it will be quite impossible to leave at this junction. And that if someone needs to be convinced and maybe mollified to make this new bright beginning for the future of the marshes come true, then of course that those should be the places that the Lord Hand could perhaps even help the house and realize their and his own plans further. Perhaps Ashford's, or yes, yeah. It could be a good target to convince about this, or even Lord Trent.
Take Lord Trent to court.